Hi viewers, this is Sri Ramulu. So today's topic is hysteresis loop. So dear friends, before watching this video, please subscribe my channel s.s space physics. My name is Sri Ramulu, DL in degree lecturer in physics. Okay friends, hysteresis loop. Consider an unmagnetized ferromagnetic substance in a magnetizing field. Unmagnetized means not a magnetized material that belongs to the ferromagnetic substance such as iron. Okay, so iron is a ferromagnetic substance. Such a magnetic material, what we have to do, we have to keep in the presence of magnetic field. So let here the north pole and south pole is like this. So when you keep in the presence of magnetic field, then what happens? This substance magnetizes. Okay. So by increasing the value of these field, when we increase the field, then what happen? This material, magnetic material, also magnetize more. Okay. When the bar is slowly magnetized, so that means this bar, let it is a bar and it is kept in between the electromagnets. Let it is electromagnet having the north pole and south pole this side. Okay. So when bar is slowly magnetized, the variation of intensity of magnetization is shown in figure. So it is shown in figure. Slowly magnetized means its magnetic nature is slowly increasing. So magnetic nature is slowly increasing means I value increases. When we increase it slowly I value, when we apply it magnetic field here applied magnetic field is H. So that is why the graph is drawn in between H and I only. H is called a magnetizing field or magnetizing force. I is intensity of magnetization. When the substance is slowly magnetized, the intensity of magnetization I increases with field H. Okay. The part, here part OA of curve shows that I increases with H. Means how the H increases, I also increases. See the diagram. Here at the beginning H value present here. So as H value increases, I value increasing by showing this graph. See, it is slowly increases. Okay, in this manner from O to A, like this increasing. And when H is further increases, I value reaches maximum value and later the I value cannot changes, it shows a constant. As the H value changes, increases, it cannot show any change in I. So I value constant. That is called saturation. See the from this theory. The part OA from here to here OA of the curve shows that I increases with increasing H. At point A, so here at point A, the intensity of magnetization I becomes constant. That is, it has acquired its saturation value. Saturation value means maximum value. So maximum I value is called saturation value. That is a constant. Now we say that bar substance in bar magnet has acquired a state of magnetic saturation. So it is a fully magnetized. Now consider that the magnetizing field H is decreased. So let me come back. So now we have gone just now forward means increasing. Now we have to come back by decreasing H value. So decrease H value. Now consider that magnetizing field H is decreased. It is obvious from the figure that intensity of magnetization also decreases without following path AO. See, without following, initially its path is OA and later while increasing its path followed like this. When we decrease, then it has to follow the same path, but it cannot follow the path AO. So what path it follow? Let me explain. It follows a path AB. So like this, it follows in this manner, AB. At B, intensity of magnetization has some value. See, intensity of magnetization, so here to here has some value. While the magnetizing field H is 0. So when it has here, then H value is here, at this point H present. Okay. So here as the H value decreases, A value decreases in this manner. It cannot decreases like this. It decreases in this manner. Okay. So when H value becomes 0, then see A reaches to B point. So that means there is a certain magnetism inside the substance. This is called retentivity. Okay. So even the H value is 0, there is no I value 0, means intensity of magnetization remains inside the substance, that is called retentivity. Okay, next, see retentivity definition. The value of intensity of magnetization for which H value is 0 called as retentivity or residual magnetism. See, retentivity or residual magnetism. So even though H value is 0, I value cannot be 0. Further, consider that direction of H is reversed. Reverse means a negative value we have to apply. Okay, so that means see the diagram here. So negative value. So at beginning like this it has followed, and later it is coming back like this. Here the point is a B point. Now H value here how much? 0. So H value is reversed means in negative direction we have to apply negative H value. H is reversed. In this case the curve BCD, so from B to here it is a C value, here somewhere D present. BCD is obtained. So like this this type of graph is obtained. For the part BC, for the part BC, so here C part from B to C, the value of I decreases, so I slowly decreases as the H value increases in reverse direction. It increases in this direction, means negative axis. It is a positive axis, it is negative axis. Okay, in reverse direction up to a point C, up to C point, while I value is 0. So at this point I value is 0. This shows that a magnetizing force O to C, so from here to here, so here O point is there, O to C is required to reduce the residual magnetism in the substance. Okay, so this much of magnetic H value is required to make the I value 0. See diagram once again. Okay friends, so A value came like this at the point B and H value is 0. Now again H value is moved in reverse direction, means decrease in reverse direction. B value slowly decreases and reaches to the point C point. So that means this much of H value is required to make the I value 0. So this value is called coercivity. Okay, again if you increase H value in negative direction, then C to D graph is obtained. So finally BCD graph is obtained, and again increase further, then you cannot observe any changes, so it becomes constant. How here the constant value we got, same value we get. So here the point, so like this this constant we get. This is called saturation. Okay, in reverse direction. Okay, OC means, see the graph, OC here to here is OC, that is called retentivity. That definition I am going to explain now. Okay, OC, the value of magnetizing force is called coercive force or coercivity. Okay, in the diagram see coercive force or coercivity. So see the diagram. So this is called coercive force or coercivity. Okay, so where to where from O to C is called coercivity or coercive force. So that much of H value is required to make the I value 0. See the definition. So the coercivity is a measure of the magnetizing field required to destroy the residual magnetism in the substance. Okay, so H value is required here. Magnetize here what? Magnetizing field required to destroy residual means I value 0. Residual magnetism in the substance. Further increase H value in reverse direction, it gives a saturation point at D. The point at D is symmetrical to A. Symmetrical means same as to A. Okay. So further increasing H value in reverse direction, what we get? We get saturation point D. So see the graph diagram. So while increasing H value, so now we are here. If we increase H value, then what happens? This graph slowly changes like this, and later it becomes constant. So this point is similar to A point, that is symmetrical to A. Now, if now the field is increased in the steps, a curve DEFA is obtained. Where is DEFA? DEFA. DEFA. Okay. So how can we get DEFA? Here after increasing H value in reverse direction, now slowly we have to change the H value in positive direction. So in this direction H value we have to change, means increase in it a positive direction. While it is in positive direction, D value reaches to the E value, from D to graph it reaches to E, and next E to F, and next F to A. So this side positive values. So finally it forms a closed curves or closed loops. So this is we called hysteresis loop. So see from this. Further increasing H value in reverse direction gives a saturation point D. Okay, just now the point D is symmetrical to A. Okay, if now the field is increased in steps, curve DEFA obtained. Yes, just now I have shown. Next, it can be observed from the figure that throughout the cycle, total cycle, that is cycle was what? A, B, C, D, E, F, A. See cycle A, B, C, D, E, F, A. A, B, C, D, E, F, A. See A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, E, F, A. So it is a total cycle. Okay, total cycle. The intensity of magnetization means I lags behind the magnetizing field. Lagging means back. Okay, so H value moves forward and slowly I value decreases. So that is why I is behind the H, or I is lags the H, behind the H. Thus, the lagging of intensity of magnetization behind the magnetic field is called hysteresis, and a path A, B, C, D, E, F, A as hysteresis loop or IH curve, and sometime this is also called as BH curve. Okay, sometime it is also called as BH curve. So see finally BH curve once again. So it is a final BH curve. So if you learn the retentivity and coercivity definition, and if you know the graph, this diagram perfectly, no need to read these theories. Just how the values are changing, write them in terms of words, then you can get easily good marks. So that means you have to make the practice, more practice, you must practice more this diagram, then hysteresis is very easy. Okay friends, thank you.